Welcome to the new year, Scorpio. It's 2014, January 3rd by my clock. We've just passed the new moon. And if you looked at the introductory video that I've done this month, along with the other 12, I consider it sort of important to talk about resolution, the resolve, New Year's in terms of New Year's resolution, and how that's impacting upon each of the different star signs. And how for you right now, you've got 5 planets, including a new moon, in the 3rd sector of your horoscope. That has a lot to do with communication. And the resolution here that I see, changing the way that you're dealing with other people. Now, I think what's coming to me right now for Scorpio is quality rather than quantity. You need to analyze the people that you're in contact with, the efforts that you're making with other people, and looking at that return on investment. Investments are not just financial, and in particular this relates strongly to the sign of Scorpio, because Scorpios are such an emotional sign. They're such a willful sign. You never do anything in half measures, so therefore you invest a lot of your energy, a lot of your time, a lot of your spiritual power into the things that you do. Now, what's happening here, I think, from what I can see, new moon indicating time for a shift in that attitude, so that rather than giving as much intensely as you can to as many people as you can, it's rather collecting that energy, focusing it, and giving it to fewer people. So it's more or less like taking a magnifying glass and just really focusing the sun's rays right now on a pinpoint. That, to me, is the resolution that is necessary for you. You've had Pluto moving through, that's your ruling planet too, along with Mars, the 3rd sector of your horoscope. I want to look at a couple of these factors, and it's important to point out, as I have with the other star signs, that right now it's a pretty important time celestially. Virtually every planet has converged on the sign of Capricorn. You've got Pluto, Sun, Mercury, new moon, and retrograde Venus in the sign of Capricorn. Saturn in Scorpio, transiting and aspecting this sign of Capricorn by sextile. Excuse me. And Mars, your other ruler, by square aspecting that sector, and Jupiter in the opposite sign of the zodiac. So this is a pretty formidable combination of planets, completely flooding with energy the 3rd sector of your horoscope. Now, I'm a Scorpio as well. My resolution lately has been, because this 3rd house has to do not only with communication, it has to do with travel. I'm so over travel. I've done so much traveling, and where I live here too, just to do basic stuff, we have a 2-hour travel to the main city. And so my resolution now, pardon me, is to really look at the value of time. People often look at how much money they're saving, but I'm trying to now look at how much time that I'm saving. And of course, time is money. So for me, the resolution has to do with curtailing the activities of travel, movement. Capricorn is what we call a cardinal movable sign. 3rd house for you, this could show a lot of Scorpios are really in hyper mode. Warp factor 9, Scotty. You've got to pull that back, slow it down. So just by way of my own personal account, if that can help, I've actually thoroughly enjoyed the last week or so doing nothing. Doing nothing's really hard. Have you tried it? Try it. Doing nothing is hard because even when your body is not actually physically doing anything, your brain is doing a whole lot. So, let's get the resolution clear, Scorpio. It's not simply doing nothing physically, because the 3rd house is the superficial mind. So I can tell you very definitively that the challenge for you right now, if you're making any sort of resolution, but particularly in this area, that your mind is going to be your worst enemy right now. So you need to bring that under control, and you need to coordinate your mind into a state of no thought. Only then can you truly be said to be doing nothing. Now, that sounds like a very odd resolution. but it's through the freeing up of the conscious mind that allows energy to be withdrawn into the deeper recesses and the creative and spontaneous parts of your nature to really start working the Scorpio magic. So what I'm saying here, a lot of energy, a lot of time has been wasted. It's important for you now, as part of your resolution, to vow that you're going to use your time more wisely. Don't waste that. We see the opposition of the Sun and Jupiter is going to make that a little bit difficult. I would say for about 15, 16 days, you're going to see a little more of a challenge on this, but the new moon will eventually turn full, as it does every cycle. That happens around the middle of the month, 16th, I think. I'm doing that off memory. Give me a bit of latitude there, but you'll feel that energy as it's growing and growing. And of course, that's interesting because when the full moon hits this month, it's going to be in your 9th house. And that actually has to do with the higher mind and certain subtle spiritual principles. So as I've said, and I think you'll see this come to pass, the more you can control that activity with the quantity of people in your life, just focus on a few people now, the more you can still that chattering mind, the more you're going to have the opportunity to delve deeper into that creative subconscious of yours and to really make 2014 stand out as a superb year. I look forward to your company again next month as usual. Don't forget to join me at astrology.com.au. There's a lot more on this month, next month, the year, day by day, free readings, and of course the personal services there that myself and hundreds of other psychics that are part of our network can offer you. Hope you avail yourself of that, and I'll see you here again next month. Bye for now.